Hey guys, Kuri Rinji here, once again bringing you the worst out of the VTuber community. And I'm back! And what a time to come back to. What an event to come back to. I always pick the worst of timings to come back to what I do as a hobby. Some of you would probably say that I should probably pick a different hobby considering the things that I cover on my channel. But today's issue is so egregious, it's so disgusting, I couldn't help myself but to cover it. But before I do, a little bit of warning, a little bit of preface. This video will include message of a sexual nature aimed towards an underage person, so your discretion is very advised. Some of you probably know, if you're a long-time VTuber fan, if you're a long-time Hololive fan for that matter, you've probably seen some accounts on Twitter around that call themselves viruses. You have your VTuber name plus a virus in the handle, and all of those are considered VTuber superfan accounts. These accounts usually go around supporting their favorite VTuber, which is usually from Hololive, sometimes Holostars as well. This particular moniker has been adopted by many superfans before, probably starting with something like Korone, but the history of this sort of account is not really that much of importance to today's video. Well, what I wanted to say that accounts of this nature, some of them at least, usually get a lot of attention from the community because everyone likes a big fan of something, right? They spread positivity, they spread your favorite VTubers around, overall contributing in a very good and positive way to the overall growth of the community. But behind those accounts, behind those gimmicks, there's usually, or it can happen that there is something darker behind them. And today is one such story where a particular virus account decided to go out of their way to act in a very inappropriate way towards a minor. Let's take a look at this story and give it its rightful attention. A user on Twitter by the handle Takudachi, also going by Olivia online, has said the following. By the way, since she doesn't want to admit it, here's a thread of the worst things Risavi, which is the virus account I previously mentioned, Nerissa Ravencroft virus account, a superfan account as I described them. Among them admitting to wanting to sexually assault me and showing no care for my age. Also, some of the messages are blurred because I'm ashamed of ever falling into this and playing alone. Here listing all of the screenshots, which we're gonna be reading later on. And then she followed up by, these are just some of the worst offenders from the 30+ screenshots I took from our conversations. And, yeah, judge for yourself. Oh yeah, by the way, Risavi did sexually assault me. I was 13 and she was 20 at the time. Minors cannot consent, and therefore what she did to me was unconsensual. You'll never believe that's called. Also, I'm definitely gonna post screenshots once I get back home. Mind you, how this story developed, this person, this Risavi, going by a she, but imagine this being a trans person, considering the nature of later images, I think. To my knowledge, they never sexually assaulted Olivia physically, but the following messages certainly paint a picture of there being intent towards that if they ever met physically. And again, discretion is advised as we read through these very explicit messages sent to Olivia from Mauro, also known as the Risa virus. You want me to pin you and down and rail you. Like the whore you are. Message redacted. Your womb will be so overflowed. Message redacted. Because I wanna F you so bad. Who owns you? Message redacted. Damn right. I'll slap you. Pull your hair. Message redacted. Just so you can feel how being owned feels. Message redacted. Good. That's what I like to hear. You're being so weak for me. You want me to be dominant. I'll chain you up to the corner of the bed and I'll SA you. And you'll be there unable to move or scream. Just taking my instrument. Like the slut you are. Message redacted. I'm gonna leave you paralyzed from your legs. You won't be able to walk for days. Message redacted. You won't be able to sit. You only need to think about me, about my pleasure. Yeah, I'm a year away from finishing college. WWW. Nice. Then there's my Damas in 9th grade. Pretty sizable gap. Crying emoji face. I'm happy to be your first. Message redacted. Bet. That A is mine. Save it for me. Message redacted. Damn right I do. I own your body. Message redacted. You really behave like a good girl. I like that. You're so obedient. Message redacted. Only mine. I'll beat you up and then F you. You will be begging for more. Message redacted. I'll keep you with your eyes blindfolded and your mouth open with a gag ball in a very dark room. You won't know what time of the day it is. You only need to know when I'm in that room. Message redacted. You only care about my pleasure. Message redacted. Good, but you're gonna clean up your mess. Message redacted. You already are dear. My effing slut. My toy. Message redacted. My sexual release point. You need me. I need you. We need each other. Message redacted. I need to feel your skin on mine every time I thrust into you, to hear your skin clapping together. Message redacted. You're a very horny girl, baddie. Message redacted. You just want to feel my meat stir up you from the inside. Message redacted. Get wet, baby, so you're dripping for me, and I can slide in easily. Message redacted. Gosh, I want to cream pie you. I want to stuff you with my instrument. My juice dumpster. I'll SA you. Message redacted. I will fill you. And you're gonna like it. Not that you have a vote anyways. Message redacted. I'll stain your body with my juices. WWW. Gosh, it's unbelievable how hard I've fallen for you. Message redacted. And in case you wanted to know that this person was actually very, very aware of this person's age, here the right thread stated. A 15-year-old has me on my knees. LMAO. Imagine you're just sitting on my instrument. I'm trying to do math here. Honestly, yeah, WWW. I'm just picturing us effing in the bathroom while I pull your hair. Don't you make me horny in class. I'm just saying the truth. Please wait for the gap in my classes. LMAO. Now you can imagine my big veiny instrument taking away your virginity. F you, ah ha 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 ha. That's what you want, to feel it from inside you. It is but dog. LMAO. Bahu Kasi. I'm in school. LMAO. And in case you wanted to know, Mauro, also known as the Nerissa virus, has actually responded to this. And the response is just as outrageous as the message they decided to send to an underage person. So let's read all of that. See you in another life. I don't know where that life is gonna be, but hopefully once they find you nowhere near outside of some bars. I'm writing this letter as an apology letter to Olivia at Takuodachi for sending inappropriate messages, being well aware of her age. I feel very sorry for my actions and I accept that what I did in a serious action that harms both me and Olivia. It's funny that you think about yourself there as well. Harms you. Yes, it does harm you, but you're not the victim here. But then again, they're gonna be stating that they pretty much are later on. Words are not enough to heal what I have caused, and I understand it perfectly. I am ashamed for myself, of myself, and I realize that I am a piece of excrement. I do not wish to be related to Nerissa or anyone in the community, since it's me who was aware of my actions. But I will now say that she wanted me to admit to sexual assault and assault. God, that doesn't come out well when you need to censor it for you to, as these two things, you know, can be very different from one another. Things that I did not happen since we don't even live in the same country. I won't defend myself about the inappropriate messages, but I won't accept stuff that is plain wrong and that takes this to a whole other situation. I never forced her to do anything, but again, still not a justification for inappropriate messages considering her age. I do like the defense they're trying to put on for themselves. But this is also not where it ended, because then they continue. Screenshots will surely be posted, but given her history in this community, those screenshots might be manipulated to make them seem even worse than they actually are. I did wrong, but I won't tolerate blackmail with misinformation. I never exploited her. I never forced her. Buddy, you're very much older than her, and you exploited. You exploited the child by sending her sexual messages and essentially groomed her. There's nothing you can say in this situation, especially passing the blame onto your victim, that will make this any better. I'm sorry. It's not gonna work that way. I never exploited her. I never forced her. Again, I apologize and I fully take accountability of sending inappropriate messages. And this is pretty much the last message that they left so far on the channel. There might on the Twitter account there might be more going forward, but this is what it is right now. And again, pretty sizable account for a super fan account. Almost 11k followers on Twitter, with the last messages being this: "See you later. I appreciate the love throughout this month. I'm sorry to disappoint." Wounded heart emoji. Yeah, very sincere apology, especially after passing the blame onto the child. I would like to end this video saying the following. No matter what situation you find yourself in, if you're an adult and you're around minors, you should never act the way this person has acted. You should never engage in with this kind of conduct with said minor. In fact, do not ever approach minors as adults online with any intent. It's best for their safety and it's best for your safety, because there's all kinds of people out there. There's all kinds of people that would manipulate situations. There are others that will simply lie about you. But to safeguard younger people online, you cannot show them that being approached by adults in fan spaces like this is the normal. Especially being approached with this kind of disgusting intent. So stay safe, all of you underage people out there. Do not engage in adults, especially in such a way. I know there's growing pains and you're very hormonal, and even you want some release, but do it in private with yourself or whatever. It's not my idea to judge what you do in your private time, but for the love of God, please do not engage with random strangers online in such a way. This can only end badly for you, and this sets a bad precedent for others that think this kind of behavior is normal. And this is how predators think they can get away with anything online. So once again, please do not do this. Please keep yourself safe. It's not worth any attention that you may get from people like that, because they do not care about your well-being for the most time. You are just a relief method for them. Nothing more, nothing less. But for right now, that's everything, and I hope to see you on the next one.